I still can't use the second-person camera. Things quite literally could not be worse.
Suppose the best thing to do is to panic then.
Goodness me, what was that sound? You know what? I'll just go explore the source of that sound after I get my armor. Left my armor in this. Don't ask why I have. Hang on. One bit of armor. I made this second bit of armor. I'm not entirely sure why. I just thought it was a good idea. But the rest of my armor is not in here. This is not a multiplayer world. If my armor isn't in there, it has not been stolen by anything good. Okay, I just want to say, when I said panic, I was joking. I did not mean actually panic, but I think now we should actually panic. Has anything else been stolen? Nothing of value. Right, I wanted to do gardening today. That, and release a video with good audio quality. Neither of those things seem likely to happen. Right, having crafted new armor, crafting not depicted, let's see about the source of that puzzling sound. You know, I think it's this large, ominous crater. It is actually smoking. Yeah, I'm going to look this way because the particles are not good for the performance of my game, and my computer's starting to smoke as well. From here, it's fine. Like, what I should do is put out those flames, but if I just ignore it, look, all of a sudden, it's not an issue. Yeah, I think I'll just go back to gardening. I'll do some gardening. Today's a good day for gardening. I'm going to grab a few flowers. He's gardening. And we can just sort of ignore the smoking crater. I'm sure that will be the only bad thing that happens today. I say today, in this episode. Right. Before we start on this garden, let's go through our checklist for building. First off, is the area safe? I'd say there's a ruddy great wall just over there. It's a fairly small wall. It's a fairly small wall. I have my weaponry. Probably don't need that pickaxe. And the crater is a crater, it can't do anything else to hurt us. And I have my full set of armor. So yeah, I think we're safe. Next thing, do we have the resources? Okay. Hang on. There's more wood. Easily accessible. Should I actually need it? I don't know why I have wood on me. I don't think I need it for this build. Dirt, stone, various gardening things. Yeah. Probably have all the resources. Stage 3. What's stage 3? Stage 3, I think, is to actually build the thing. Now, I just realised actually, there should probably be a stage at this point -1 or something, which is plan out what you're building. And I think the first step of that might be take down those trees there. I think they're going to be in the way. Yes! Right then. Having locked down those trees down there, and also gotten a bit more stone, in fact, The rest of it in the furnace over here is probably finished smelting by now, so we'll just grab that. Ignore the massive lag spike. Okay, not quite finished. I'll come back for that later. Okay. I have learnt a lesson from this, and that is not to start filming at sunrise, because then the chunk updates really hurt my frame rate. Also, the fancy graphics, that's probably more of an issue here. Hang on. There we go. Yeah, no, that's much smoother. Right. So, having done all of that, it's a very long list here, I realised maybe I shouldn't have come back up here, because what I want to do is a bit of terraforming. Now, the garden area I'm thinking will be about here-ish, and I don't want to terraform this bit quite so much, because I actually rather like the idea of here's an overhang, here's sort of a foothill beneath it. I think that's a rather... Dang, I've forgotten what the word is. Rather nice, for want of a better word, example of alpha terrain. No, we're going to ignore that, because I know if I try to do something there, it will just end up looking like a chunk error. This is reasonable. But I am thinking, even if I don't polish it all up directly where the garden is, this area, which is sort of garden adjacent, this could be a bit smoother. I'm thinking, go down, maybe make a bit less of that dirt and a bit more of that stone, maybe sort of extend it out a bit. That could look rather nice. I'm almost afraid to actually execute on this plan, because I know that will involve a less successful MLG water bucket, and also if I land in that water, there's a creeper and a zombie there, bad things will happen. Right. I've done some terraforming. I didn't nearly die while doing this, which is honestly the greatest success here. Now, I'm wondering what I should do with this sort of knob of land there. Because, like, on one hand, I think that should be sort of smoothed out, given the whole same treatment I've done here, right? Which makes sense. On t'other, that's a bit flaw actually. I should probably 2, 3 floating blocks, one of which should be 2, 3 floating blocks of dirt, one of which, and then 1 or 2 stone. Anyway, off topic, sorry. So what I'm thinking is, instead of sort of leveling that out like that, is just sort of chop it off, because there's already that astoundingly symmetrical outlet for the nether portal there, and having 2 of them adjacent, they'd have to really smurge together for them to look complete. Whereas if I lock that off, A, that looks smoother, B, I don't have so many outcroppings, and C, I don't need to worry about the smurging. And that truly is astoundingly symmetrical. I don't know how I've never noticed that before, but it is just odd. Yeah. Now I need to get back up there. I went down here to say, oh, look at this. Shot by a skeleton, got down to half a heart, ate my lost bit of meat. Things could go very poorly for me if I don't get up there soon. So what I think I'll do is I will take a secret entrance just there. Now I'm mentioning this because I don't know whether I've shown this on camera, and I probably should, mostly because because I really need to say this out loud, someplace where I will remember. I need to put a door here. There's no reason for this not to be a door. Right now, it's a security risk. Now, it's just really frustrating because I need to do that every time, and when I get here, or when I'm trying to find this and get in, I need to dig that dirt block out, put a door in, open the door, close the door, perfectly fine. Well, there. I finished terraforming that cliff. Quiet. Where is that cat? Over there? Okay. No, that makes more sense. Okay, ignore the cow. I finished terraforming the cliff. I should not have terraformed the cliff. It has no bearing on what I'm actually building, and the shape is good. The texture I'm less sure on. I could probably have gradients. That hasn't been done. I'm not doing that now. What I am doing now is going into this little door in the ground. I finally put a door in, by the way. It feels like, lore-wise, this would have some purpose, but we're going to skip over that now. Perhaps it would be like some sort of nightclub or something. Just like secret underground parties. Now, having gone through the door, and having reached the mines most conveniently, we shall lag our way up the stairs, and I shall finally make it to the garden, which I should have started working on ages ago. Right. First thing, where is that waterfall coming from, and can I connect it to a waterfall up here? I might need to go back down there, or yeah, I need to go back down there. This is going to be fun. Well, I've made a waterfall. Ignore the fact that those fences don't connect up, because otherwise that's going to cause lots of grief. Citation. Those fences don't line up, and it's not that I'm OCD, it's just that I like to see things moderately well done. That's not well done at all, and yeah, that's going to irk me until whenever fences think properly. Hang on, how do I... Okay, you know what? I'll take a different way up. This is... There we go. This is our way up for when we're not recording, because that gets... Oh... that's trifle square. You know what? You know what? No one's going to notice. No one will ever notice that that is square. No one at all will ever notice that that is a trifle square now. Which... Okay, so if I'm about... here. Then I just sort of get one of those, and that probably secure enough anchoring. Now, if I go around here, yeah, that's good enough. Survival instincts. Not for all of us, apparently. Certainly not any of us women. The lag is not helping. Anyway. I still haven't finished. I finished that terraforming, I finished the waterfall, I still need to do like a small pond and creek up there, and then also the rest of the garden. There. Finally started doing a little gardening. It's not finished yet, but this is just sort of like a start. And that's a cliff. So there's like a small sandy patch. So interestingly, this version, sugarcane does not, well, reeds, technically they're called now, does not go on sand. This is just interesting, it only goes on grass. So I've put some cacti there. Sort of a spring. The thing with the spring is, that's fairly good rhyming, is that it's made of stone, and I use stone textures for roads, as you can see over there. So what I might have to do is, because there are no paths, path blocks don't exist yet. Fine, I'll research when they're put into the game, and then in little writing along the bottom of the screen, it will say path blocks were added in 1.9? No, it was definitely before 1.9 because you can use them in Hypixel. Anyway, not here yet, can't use them. So what I'll probably do is make this sort of a residential back alley, such that it doesn't need to be made of stone. And this can be like a narrow set of stairs. Okay, this is good planning. I'm glad this will be in a video, so I can remember it later. Now, let's do a bit more gardening. Pull out the gardening materials, e.g. random plants that I had in my inventory at the time. Not the sapling. Wheat seeds, though. Wheat seeds are fine. Get rid of that. And get a bucket out, because what I can do is include a bit more water feature, and B, some dark. I'm thinking probably I want the dark to go here. Dark will go here. Actually, having done a bit more thought, what I might want to do is come back here later. You sort of probably don't need to fence that off. I'll come back and fence that off as well. But what I can do is have a pathway made of wooden planks around to here. So it'll be just a nice static thing. And then, yeah, that's just a little garden. I feel like this bit is fairly dark, so if I have a fairly dark spot, I could use it to put fungi in and they'll grow, but I don't think that's possible, so I'll just plot a handful about here. I have a handful of mushrooms total, so this is a lot of my total mushroom value. And then I think over here, a lovely little red one. Where shall a red mushroom go? Mushroom shall go. Ooh, it shall go on the spring. Yes, that looks good. This last mushroom I don't think I need to use. And then colour balance. That goes there. Goes here. And here. And down there. Honestly, I might just do a bit of final terraforming before the video's release. And those actually should not go there. Just because I'm not entirely satisfied with how this is, I might... Ooh, I want to say I might do planters, but I don't think I can have planters with oak trapdoors. We interrupt this broadcast for an important message. I say important message, it's a rant. It's not important at all. So, when I said I don't think I can use oak trapdoors to make planters, I thought, oh, it just won't look nice, and I'll have to wait until 1.14 for spruce trapdoors. No. Trapdoors aren't added until beta 1.6. Between that and the fact that pods aren't added until, like, full release of Minecraft. I want to describe it as halfway through the full release of Minecraft, but that's probably not precisely right time-wise. Still, it's just all these things that you think of as standard, no, those are a good deal in the future. Next, you'll be telling me that things from Create aren't implemented until Minecraft 1.24.
Right, about that path. Built it. I'm somewhat proud of it. It's a nice texture. It's not a nice texture. It looks good. The texture is unfortunate because I'm going to say there are 3 textures because it's a joke. I do not need to be specific on this. There are 3 textures. There's only so much I can do. I could probably count the number of textures there are in this version of Minecraft. It's not worthwhile. There's a limited number of blocks. There's only so many things I can do. This path is making the most out of the fact that path blocks somehow do not exist until 1.9. I do not understand this. I think, as like a note, this area will probably remain grass. So this area over here, just past the steps, will be step. Ooh, that's going to look good when that's all finished, because it's just going to be like a stairway up. I think midway through it's going to change material, because down there it's probably going to, or not material, change slope, because down there it's probably going to have to be stone slabs. But still, probably not all that bad. Now, what was the thing I wanted to discuss? Oh yeah, garden is finished. I did have to, well, mostly finished. Like, over here, it looks a trifle janky, just because I haven't terraformed there yet. So, like, doing this piece by piece. Everything from about this bit of wood round to that nether portal there looks good. Proud of that. Yeah. I am vaguely sorry that I couldn't get like a clip of the construction of this, because my options are, well, basically one option, first person clip, and that would have just been a long, awkward clip of me saying, does a wood block go well here, or here, or, yeah, terribly. If you're looking forward to versions of Minecraft where I can finally take a halfway decent third-person time-lapse, leave a comment below. And until I can take a halfway decent third-person time-lapse, that's all for this video. There will be another one. Thank you for watching.